Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. In this updated VR setup guide, I'm going to be discussing the exact settings that I use for both the Reverb G2 and the Quest 2. These are the settings that I use with driver version 471.11 specifically. I've spent a significant amount of time tinkering with the settings for each headset, and my main objective is to get the smoothest and clearest experience in VR. That means clear visuals, a smooth experience, and a stutter-free experience in VR is what we're after. So this video covers the settings that I use to create a stutter-free, clear, and smooth experience in VR. It's taken me a while to do that, but I'm pretty much there. Now what I'm waiting for is increased frame rates, and I still want them to optimize the VR. First of all, go through the graphics settings, the Nvidia driver settings, and the actual PC settings in the simulator. Here you can see I'm using driver version 471.11, which is Nvidia's latest driver. It's important to understand that this video is specifically for this driver, and as new drivers get released, I can make updated versions of this video to help you guys in the future. Next, you can see my 3D settings in my Nvidia control panel. Game mode is switched off, and HAGs is switched off. And similar to the settings in my latest videos, I have maxed out all PC settings. I always use these PC settings when I'm in VR mode now. Next we have the Reverb G2 settings, which include the OpenXR, Windows Mixed Reality, and in-game VR settings. You can see I disabled the OpenXR developer tool, and motion reprojection is disabled as well. Here you can see my Windows Mixed Reality settings. And here are the VR settings. Notice that the render scaling is set to 100. There are various settings for the different options. These are the best settings for the performance, but also they're my personal preferences. So you can see certain things you might want to increase, like volumetric clouds and ambient occlusion. You can switch things around to suit what you prefer to have in the settings. So here I am flying over Buenos Aires in Argentina in my Cessna Grand Caravan. For each headset I've flown a similar flight path, just to get the demonstrations equal and using the same settings. On the right you've got the FPS counter. On the left hand side you've got a smaller version of the VR capture on the monitor. It looks more like it does in the headset in the smaller version on the bottom left than it does on the larger version because you lose so much resolution when I actually enlarge that for the video. The demo is about 2 minutes long and I'll let it run through so you can see the kind of performance that I'm getting with these settings. If you can see the pixelation in the enlarged version, that's just because I've enlarged it on screen for you. If you notice it looks like I've got camera shake, that's because my head is moving around and we naturally do that anyway. But again, the smaller version is more accurate in terms of what you're seeing through the VR. And when you're actually wearing the headset, you don't see these movements. I'm glad it's showing you those movements because it shows how responsive the headset is in the sim. And next we have the Quest 2, and we're going to look at the Oculus settings and the VR settings. So here I've got it set to 120 Hz refresh rate. The render resolution is 4480 by 2256. ASW is turned off in the Oculus debug tool and everything else is disabled, so there's no motion reprojection. And here are my VR settings. I'm using render scaling 100. The terrain and the object level of detail have been set to 125, and you can see the various changes I've made in the other settings. The main difference is this is a lower resolution headset, therefore I can bump the settings up more in-game. Here we are on the same flight plan in the caravan, and you can see the performance in the Quest 2 is really good, it's really smooth. Similar frame rates, but again different settings, but both have the render scaling of 100 and no motion reprojection. So I'll let this run again, it's about 2 minutes. You can see the way that it performs with the FPS. Remember, at the bottom left, it's much more like the VR experience in the larger version. And you can see I'm getting no stuttering whatsoever. It's a really good performance. I'll let the rest of this demo play out. So I recommend trying these settings out with the new driver and see what kind of results you get in either headset. I hope this helps everyone get a stutter-free experience using the latest driver. As always guys, if you like my content, please subscribe for more videos. I look forward to making the next videos soon. In the meantime, take care and stay safe.